Good morning, students. This is just a quick video on greatest integer function. The greatest integer function gives the largest integer value that is less than or equal to the value of x. So the greatest integer function gives a value that is less than or equal to, and it's represented by these square brackets like this. Either they can be square brackets around the x, or it could be like a floor function like this. You are going to round down to the next integer down. So 4.3, where would that round to? Well, here's 4, 3, 5. Okay, 4.3 is around here. Okay, 4.3 is going to round down. Okay, it's going to round down to 4. So we're rounding down to the next integer. Where would 5.9 be? Even though the 0.9, you would think, okay, usually if I have 5 or more, I round up, and then less than 5, I round down. Well, this function always rounds down. So even though we have 5.9, it's still going to round down to 5. Okay, so it rounds down to 5. So here's 5, here's 6. Even though it's way over here, it still rounds down to 5. Okay, what about negative 2.1? Where would that round? So now think of your number line. Okay, negative 2.1 is just on the other side of 2 here. Okay. It's still going to round down. So rounding down rounds this way to the 3. So this rounds to negative 3. Okay. And negative 8.7 also rounds down going to negative 9. Okay. So that's about right here. It rounds down to 9. Okay. So always round down. Okay, so the graph of greatest integer function looks something like this. If we have a value that is, let's say, 0.9, really close to 1, but not to 1 yet, that value is going to be 0. That value stays at 0. Okay, so all the values up to 1 round down to 0, including 0 itself. Now, if you have the actual number 1 would round to 1. Okay. So the 0.1 is not included down here. 1 rounds to 1. 1.1 rounds to 1. 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, 1.9, all the way to 1.9999, right? Until you get close to 2. When you get to 2, it rounds up to 2. Okay? And so the graph for greatest integer is a set of staircase like this. And the same thing happens with the negative values. Okay, great. Now, what does the function look like if we add 1 to it? Well, if we add 1, it shifts each of the stairs up. And in tomorrow's lesson, they're going to be graphing these by doing various shifts and stretches and stuff to them. So just wanted to demonstrate adding 1 to this would take each of these values and move it up 1. So we can move them up 1, we can move them over 1, using all of the transformations that we have learned previously with the transformations of functions lessons that we did. So this graph looks similar to this one, just shifted up.